Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know that this is a little bit of a weird setup. I'm sorry, but I'm about to start packing orders. I have a lot of orders, as you can see here. I did run a 15% off sale, and then Patreon users got a 20% off coupon. So I've had a lot of traffic this week. So I got up pretty early this morning so that I could kind of just get a head start on this because I feel like it's gonna take me a couple hours. So because I have a lot to do, I'm pretty much like bumming it out. I look crazy. So that's why I'm not in the camera, but I'm not gonna go through all the plants today because I have quite a lot. Majority of them are Hoyas from the last vlog. So if you haven't seen the last one, I did get a new Hoya shipment and there was lots of fun Hoyas in there. So definitely go and check that one out. So I'm gonna start packing first just to like get the majority of it out of the way. And then hopefully in the next hour, I'll have only like maybe like 5 to 10 more to pack. I'm trying to just bang out as much as I can because honestly it takes me a little bit longer on the live because I'm like chatting with you guys and stopping and stuff. So we're kind of just jumping into it today. So like I said, we're packing orders today. That's what we got going on. I'm going to be shipping all these out tomorrow on Monday, and then also tomorrow I have a plant shipment that's being shipped out of Florida. So we should have those plants by Wednesday. So I will probably catch up with you guys on Wednesday once we get the new plant shipment in. It's been a few days since the last clip, so this week on Wednesday I did receive a shipment of plants, and today is Friday, so I'm going to be showing you guys the plants today, and I'm also going to be repotting them because it has been a few days since I last got them. I do have a 4-day weekend this week, so I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off, which is definitely kind of rare for me, so I'm going to be using that time to get a lot of stuff done for the shop, and I also have some fun fall activities planned for this weekend, so I'm really excited about it. So I have a lot of time today to get all of our stuff done, which is so nice having a weekday to actually get stuff done. So anyway, like I said, we have a new plant shipment. I unboxed it on Wednesday. As you guys know, the weather is changing. We are approaching fall. We're kind of in like a weird transition period where it's cold at night and in the early morning, but it warms up during the day. So whenever it gets cold, the greenhouse usually will add a heat pack or two, and if it is too cold, they will let you know that they're not going to ship it this week or whatever. But that usually doesn't happen until like really like late in the year, like December, or even next year, like usually in March is when we get really cold over here. But for you guys, I do provide heat packs and thermal insulation for your packages as well. You just have to add it on to your cart, and then I will include a heat pack and thermal wrap all of your plants for you. I'm not really pushing it yet because like I said, we're kind of in that transition period, but soon we are definitely going to be needing it. So you'll see me start pushing it a little bit more once we start hitting 40 degrees and below. As you guys know, I've been splitting up my shipments a little bit differently. Instead of getting like 2 really large shipments a month, I'm breaking it up in kind of every other week or every week. I'm getting a shipment of 20 or less plants, and that kind of has been working really great for the last like couple weeks. So I'm probably going to keep doing that. So I have a shipment here today, and then I have a shipment coming next week. It's being shipped out on Monday. I would say this one is a little bit of a mixture of plants, and then the next one is mostly Hoya. So the first 2 plants that we have here today, these are Alocasia Dragon Scale Variegated. Of course I have to get these. You guys really like these. I love these too. Personally, I feel like this greenhouse has beautiful alocasias, especially their dragon scales. They are very nicely variegated. They have really pretty leaves, and as you can see, they are a really good size. This one has a decent amount of leaves. And here is the other one here. Here's the other one. They are very pretty much identical in size and color. These two plants right here, these are anthuriums. These are Anthurium hookeri variegated. I think that is how you pronounce it, but I'm not 100% sure. But we've had these in the past. I think we had them a few weeks ago. This is what they look like. They are very beautiful. They are variegated anthurium. This is the other one. They have really nice variegation too. These are very pretty plants and they went kind of fast the last time I had them. So I definitely wanted to bring them back again because I don't know how long they're going to last. That's the thing about ordering in wholesale, is that you never know how long the plants are going to be on their list. Sometimes some of the plants are always there and then some only are there for like a month and then you don't see them again for another 6 months. So I definitely try my best to always bring back certain plants just in case you missed it the first time. These are Monstera Leschleriana variegated and this is what they look like. They are absolutely beautiful. So they all do come on the wooden plank. And I believe a lot of these are 2 plants, so I probably will end up separating a lot of these into multiples. And I think I'm also going to take a couple props off of these because they are a little bit too tall for my liking. I try to not sell plants that are too big. I do have big plants on my shop, but that's just because they've been here a while. But as a plan for myself going forward and moving into the new year, I am really going to try to push myself to not sell such large plants. I would like to get rid of all the large plants that we have in the shop this year. I don't really know if they are because they have been sitting there for quite some time. So I'm probably just going to end up keeping them. Sometimes that happens with some of the big ones. They just don't sell because of the price. Unfortunately, I have to charge a little bit more money for the bigger plants because I have to accommodate for shipping. And also, if you don't know, around this time of the year, all the mail carriers, they do increase their shipping rates because it is considered holiday season. So I believe around November 1st is when it really goes into effect. So yeah, if you do see an increase in some of the shipping charges, like when you're shopping from other small businesses and stuff, that is why. It is not because we're just charging a random fee out of nowhere. It's literally because the mail carriers are bumping up the price and they call it a holiday surge for shipping. So that's why I really don't like to sell the big plants. I will sell them, but it's not like my preferred thing. Especially if you are just starting off selling plants, I don't recommend you sell large plants. You'll probably have a hard time getting the shipping correct and you'll probably lose some money when it comes to shipping them because it's hard to kind of charge for the big ones because you really don't know how big and how heavy like the plant is going to be in the box, because just looking at this plant, it doesn't look like it's that big, but once you get it like packed up, you put the wrapping on it, put it in the box, make sure it's secure, it definitely will be considered an oversized package, because any box that's over 12 inches on either side is considered oversized, and then that's when the price kind of like spikes. So definitely if you're just starting off, stick to the small stuff because it'll be easier on you for shipping. So I do have 3 of these guys. So we do have this one that I first showed you. We also have this guy here. This one is a lot taller, as I was saying. So I'm probably going to be taking a couple propagations, probably like here, and maybe like one down here so that they're not too big. And then I do have another one here, which looks like this. This one is just one plant, but it does have like multiple stems growing out of it. So I'm probably definitely going to cut this one down for sure. And then for the propagations, I'm just going to put them in stratum and wait for those to root, and then I'll just sell them as starter plants. So I also brought back the Monstera White Monsters. A lot of you guys have been asking about these, so I did bring them back. Like I said, I don't know how long these are going to be a thing. So I got 4 of them this time. One of them is possibly a pre-order. I'm not sure which one yet. I have to send the pictures to the customer. They did ask about it in advance, but I will show you guys all of them. So we have this one here. And if you guys remember the last ones, they were a little bit smaller. They were probably like up to here. So these plants have definitely grown a little bit. So these ones are definitely bigger than the last one. So the price on these are going to change. They're not going to be the same as last time. They are looking a little funny right now, but they're honestly fine. I'm just glad that none of the leaves have snapped. So we have this one as well. This one has like 3 leaves here. Then we do have this one here. This is the newest leaf. And this is another leaf here. So it's really interesting with this plant because it can have different types of variegation. This is what it's really known for, like being the white monster, this type of variegation. But it also can look like this, and it can also look like this. Then we have one more that looks like this. And this one is definitely not as high variegation as the other ones, but it is still really nice. Then we have a few of these Syndapsis. We have the Syndapsis Rubicon. So I only got one of these the last time, so I brought 3 this time just because they are so nice, and they're honestly pretty good size too, if you can tell here. The variegation is beautiful on these. They are in a 2-inch pot. We're gonna definitely have to check on those roots to make sure that they are, you know, stable enough to be sold. But this is the other one. It does still have some cotton left on it, but this one is really nice. This is a really nice leaf here and some really nice variegation as well. And then this is the last one. So they all pretty much have the same variegation. Very nice, similar size too. I really like these a lot. They're very pretty. So I have this Hoya here. This is Hoya castophila. I only got one of these because I knew for sure that this was multiple plants in here. So I'm going to end up splitting this. I did order, I think I ordered another one or two of them for the next shipment. So I'll probably just leave them as is. But for this week, I definitely plan on splitting it at least into two. But this is what the leaves look like. It's really pretty and it's nice and bushy. I love that. And it has that really nice pretty veining as well. Similar situation for this one. This is the Hoya acuta intervariegated. Since I had ordered these last time, I knew that there was at least 2 or 3 plants in these. So I did just get one so that I can just separate it into 2. So this is what it looks like. It's really nice. And the reason I separate plants is because I am a smaller scale store, as you guys know, and separating plants means that more people have a chance to get something. I know not all of you guys like that. That is just how I do things as a business, and it works great for me. It allows me to have more plants on my shop versus just selling one of these. I can sell possibly 2 or 3 of these. So it does make more sense from a business standpoint for me to do that. In the future, I might be able to just go ahead and leave a lot of the plants as they are and not separate them and just buy multiples of them. But right now I just can't because of the space. I hope that makes sense as to why I do it. That's also something I suggest to a lot of small sellers as well. If you are ordering in wholesale, definitely take propagations, definitely separate their plants because you'll have more that way and you'll be able to sell more. We have 2 new Hoyas to the shop, which I'm so excited about. These are Hoya undulata. They are a big leaf Hoya, definitely one of those acquired taste Hoyas. So this is what the leaves are looking like. It's very like trash can Hoya, if you know the term. They are super cool and apparently they have a really cool flower. So I did get 2 of these and I'm pretty sure I ordered some more for the next round as well. And then I also have this one, which is a little bit bigger. And the leaves are just super cool. They're like spiky. They are really nice and pretty big too. I've always been into the big leaf Hoyas. They're super cool. And like, as you see, this one down here is pretty big too. So the last 2 plants are very exciting. These are something that are new to the list and something that we've never had before. These are Philodendron gloriosum variegated. So as you can see, they are quite small. And I am not gonna lie to you guys, this plant is expensive. This plant is expensive in wholesale and it's expensive in retail. So I did only get 2 of these. I'm not sure what the plan is and what the price is going to be for these guys yet. I do already have somebody interested in it, possibly a pre-order, so there might only be one that goes up. I have to talk to her. This plant is really beautiful. Look at this leaf here. It's gorgeous. Very nice variegation too. I was a little worried that they weren't going to be that variegated, but I'm pretty impressed with the variegation. So I definitely think they've been growing these for a while and they're going to start rolling these out. So you might start seeing these pop up in the plant market very soon. And this is what the other one is looking like. Very nice. So pretty. So that is all the plants today. Let me know what was your favorite. So what we're going to do is we're going to immediately jump into repotting these plants. I have to whip up a batch of potting mix, so I'll do that with you guys. Then I'm just going to do a quick little montage of me repotting the plants, taking some propagations as well, and then I have to water the shop plants, and that'll be it for today. I do make my own Aroid potting mix. This is soil free, which means there's literally no type of potting soil that you get like in a bag in this. Pretty much just all the other ingredients except the soil. So I do sell my mix already pre-made on my website. A lot of people do really like it. And all the plants in the shop and pretty much my collection are potted in that unless they are semi-hydro. My potting mix is pretty simple. It's just a base of cocoa husk, coarse perlite, charcoal, and a mixture of orchid and fir bark. Soil free is very simple. I feel like a lot of people kind of overcomplicate it when it comes to making their own potting mixes and stuff. It's very simple. You can pretty much add in as much or as little of something as you want, and there's really no right or wrong way to do it as long as there's no soil in it. If you prefer soil, then go ahead and add it in, but if you don't, you don't have to. The only thing specific about my mix is that there is no fertilizer in this mix. I do not put the fertilizer like little beads that you sprinkle in. I don't put those in there just because I like to control how much fertilizer a plant is getting, but I do add fertilizer to the water when I'm watering the plants. You guys do know that. I use Dynagrow and it goes just in the water for the plant. I go through potting mix and different substrates really fast during the week and often, so I keep everything very organized. If you want to see how I keep everything organized, I'll put my plant room tour video linked for you guys, and I kind of go into detail of how I organize stuff there. Pretty much I just get all types of different clear bins and I separate everything by substrate, and then I will mix it all together into like one big container. So right now this container just has a mixture of the cocoa husk and coarse perlite. Coarse perlite is different than regular perlite. It's much bigger than the standard perlite. Perlite does come in different sizes. This is size 3. There is a bigger size in this, but I find it a little bit too big for what I need it for. So I like size 3. And I do sell all the substrate stuff by itself as well. There's no measurements either. I know a lot of people always ask, what are the measurements? It honestly does not matter. Measurements for potting mix don't mean anything to me. Honestly, it's whatever you just want in there and whatever looks good to you. The time measurements matter for me when it comes to plants is when you're doing some type of like treatment or like fertilizing and stuff like that, then I feel like you should definitely be accurate with it. But when it comes to just potting mix, it doesn't matter. And I make really big batches of potting mix all the time. I tend to do a lot more perlite usually when I'm repotting the plants just for that extra drainage. I also add in charcoal chips to the mix. And because I'm making a bigger batch, I'm just gonna add a lot. And like I said, it's really whatever you want and whatever looks good to you. I repot a lot of plants, so I make really large batches of this, and I also sell it, so I make sure that I just have a lot on standby all the time. And then the last thing I add is just a mixture of orchid bark, fir bark, and small perlite as well. I just mix this myself. The small perlite isn't really necessary, but I have so many bags of small perlite still lying around, so I just toss it in there. Also, I am wearing a mask right now, that's why you don't see me, but when you are mixing potting mixes and stuff, if you probably can't even tell on camera, but it's super dusty, and it also makes my allergies really bad, but I have a mask on, so definitely make sure you're wearing a mask when you're mixing stuff like this because it's super dusty. Definitely not good for you to be breathing it in. So here's the mix, nice and chunky, just how I like it. The plants seem to love it. It's great for Aroids and Hoya. That is pretty much what I sell on the shop anyways. And like I said, you can literally add whatever you want to this. If you want to add leca to this, go ahead. A lot of people do. Some people even add like pumice into theirs. It's really whatever you like and however you want to do it. No right way, no wrong way to do it. You just do it based off of what you like. This is the mix that I've been using for years and I like it, so that's why I do it. So here it is. Like I said, you can buy it on my website or you can make it yourself. And a lot of people have said that they really like my mix and their plants are doing well in it. So that makes me really happy. So I do know that it works pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some in a smaller bin for me so that I can like work out of it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start repotting the plant. All right guys, so we just finished doing the repot and all the plants are here. I'll give you guys an overview in a second. I did take a couple props. It is all the same plant. It is just those Monstera lechlebrianas that I told you guys about. So I just took a couple like top cuts that look like this. And there was one of those that had 2 plants, so I separated those. I only ended up separating like 2 of the Hoyas, I think, and then everything else I left it as it is. So everything looks great. Everything has roots, thank goodness. So everything will be going up this week, so nothing to hold off on. So since I'm doing props, you guys know I do stratum and a mixture of coarse perlite. I'm totally out of my stratum, so I did end up buying some bags of it. So I'm just gonna do my little restock. This is the one that I use, the blue bag. I am not a fish person. I don't understand anything about owning fish or how this really works or anything like that, but it's for like your plants that are in your fish tank pretty much, but it works great for propagations. There's always a lot of back and forth in Facebook groups about this brand in particular, saying that this isn't the best brand of aquatic soil, I guess. I don't even know what it's called. If you are into this and you know like a better brand, definitely let me know because I will try it out. As you can see, I already made a mess. Like I said, I just use it because this is what I know and what I'm used to. And I've been using it for quite a while now, probably almost a year now, and it always gives me great results. But like I said, if you know a better brand, I will definitely try it. And honestly, it doesn't break down as fast as I thought it would, like how people were saying. So for me, I have a lot of plants that are still in their stratum, their original stratum, and it hasn't really broken down on me. And honestly, I like to mix this into my semi-hydro mix too. So whenever I use Pon and Leca, I will mix a little bit of this in there too now, and I really like it, and I like the results that it gives the plant. I'm just gonna quickly put these in little cups. You guys know, you've seen it 100 times. I literally explained the whole process in the last video, so make sure you go check that out. But I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly do that and then water all the plants. So I'm not gonna do too many of these because I did take some single leaves and I took some that are like 2 leafers, but I pretty much wanna make each cup just have 3 leaves. So this one already has like a good amount. So I'm just gonna do this one as it is. And then the other ones, I'm just gonna combine them together. And then I'll just store these in the propagation bin, which is 100% humidity. And when they're ready to sell, they'll be sold just like this. So this one looks like this. It already has a decent amount of leaves, so we'll just leave it as it is. And we'll just stick it in here. The thing I like the most about this is that you can kind of just do it and forget about it. This is the process that works for me, like just being able to forget about propagations. The only downside about the stratum is that it is quite expensive. I buy the big bags, which are like 17 or 18 pounds, and I usually buy 2 to 3 bags at once. And just letting you guys know, it is not a cheap product at all. So that's why I'm kind of interested in finding alternatives that work just the same but maybe cheaper. But it is a very expensive product, but it does work, so I'm happy to spend the money on it. And then I have these 2 little guys, so I'll just combine these like this. If you're interested in the cups that I use and anything else that I'm using, you can find everything that I'm using in my videos on my Amazon favorites in my description below. And remember, I do have a Patreon now, so I have been posting a lot over there. I post content for the subscribers who pay monthly, and I post content for free members as well. So definitely check it out if you want to see some extra behind the scenes stuff, or if you want to learn more about being a small business. I'm trying to mix up the content over there so that you guys get a mix of business stuff, how to start your business, things that can help you with your business, but also just some regular plant stuff as well that I don't showcase over here. Because you guys know, on my YouTube channel, I keep it very focused on my business and how I run the plant store. I do not record anything outside of the plant store anymore, but on Patreon, I will be doing some more like repotting videos, more chatty videos and stuff like that. Even like some plant cabinet things and stuff like that too. So if you're interested in both of those things, definitely check me out on Patreon. It is linked in the description too. So we have 4 props this week, which is pretty good because I do still have quite a few in the prop bins, but we have this guy, this one, and then these 2. So I'm just going to clean up my mess and then just quickly water all the plants, and then tomorrow I can start working on getting everything like shop ready and start prepping these for the website. Honestly, I need to do a deep clean in here, so I'll probably do that as well this weekend. Monday is a holiday, so the post office is closed Monday, so I will be packing orders on Monday instead of Sunday, and we'll be shipping out Tuesday this week. You guys know I use a sprayer and bucket to water my plants. So the sprayer comes with this pump here, and you put this in the water, and then attached to it has a hose with this nozzle here. Makes it super easy. And if you can see, I just have it attached to my plant cart. If you don't have a plant cart, cart, highly recommend you get one. You can get one of these carts on Amazon. I think I got mine from IKEA like years ago. I literally keep all my microfiber cloths on here, fertilizer, pest control, everything, I keep it here. And then when I'm watering the plants, I can just easily wheel this around, makes it so easy. The reason why the water is green is because I have fertilizer in it. So I am gonna fertilize all the plants today, including the new ones. This is the fertilizer I like to use. I've been using this for a really long time and I like the results. You just pour it into the water and just follow the instructions of what it says on the back. And then I just have this bucket. This is like just some old bucket that was in the garage, so I just took this. Honestly, you can use anything that you want. You can use a plastic container, a bucket, anything that you want. But like I said, this is like an old one. That's why it's like kind of like dirty and stuff, but it doesn't bother me because it's just to water the plants. I don't need anything fancy. I believe this bucket is 3.5 gallons, so it makes it really easy and fast to just water the plants with a large bucket. And because it's so heavy, like I said, I keep it on the cart so I can just push it around. This is definitely my favorite spraying system just because of how convenient it is and how fast I can get the watering done. There's nothing manual that I have to do, no manual pumping. I had another electric sprayer that I did like, but I didn't like that you had to like keep pressing the button so hard and it just was kind of annoying to use. But this one is really nice because it's literally like using a hose and you don't have to press super hard on this for it to come out, which I really like because obviously some people, it might be harder for them to push it. And that's why I didn't like the other electric sprayer that I had, because you had to press the button so hard. And because it was electric, you press the button and then you had to press it again to stop it, versus something like this where you just hold it and let go, hold it and let go. This is definitely my favorite. Highly recommend it. You can get it on Amazon. It's like called a portable shower system or something, but works great for the plants. I'm telling you, you need it. So like I said, it comes with the pump, and then attached to it is this black cord, which is the motor. You don't put this in the water, but you get 2 of these batteries. So it just unclicks like this, and then you can put the other one on here while this one's charging. Makes it super nice and convenient, and you just push it in. And then when you turn it on, you just hold this. And now you probably can hear it. So it's not that loud when it's like not out of the water. And then that's what it sounds like when it's in the water. Very easy, very convenient. So this is what it looks like, nice and easy. It's not hard to push the button at all, and it stops right away. Convenient for any type of plant parent. Today's Monday, so I'm going to be packing up orders. It is a federal holiday, so USPS is closed. Normally I pack all orders on Sunday and then I ship them out on Monday, but because of the holiday, we have to do things a little bit different. So the first plant right here, this is Alocasia Dragon's Breath. It looks like this. It's pretty big. Philodendron micans variegated. Philodendron gloriosum. I don't know if you guys can hear, but the wind is like whipping right now, so I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I apologize. We have this cute little Hoya here. Lastly, we have this Alocasia black velvet variegated. I think this one is going to a new customer, so I'm super excited for them to get it because this one is gorgeous. I definitely will have some more of these soon. When I finished packing the orders, I just went ahead and finished up the restock. All I had to do was just label the plants and wipe them down. I was just checking the plant sleeves front and back to make sure that there wasn't any dust on them or any dirt. And then I also gave the Syndapsis like a clear acrylic stake so that I could take better pictures of them. These plants will be available on Thursday, October 17th at 12 p.m. EST. And then next week, I'll be getting in another shipment of all Hoya. So I'm super excited to show you guys all the new plants. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to leave a comment below. And if you could like this video, I would really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!